What's going on, guys? It's Ace here with the first video I've made in what seems like an eternity. And for this video, it was recommended by Julio. I'm going to be giving you my picks for the NFL Week 6 matchups. And no one's going to believe me here, but I did pick the Chargers to beat the Broncos just before game time. And they ended up doing it. Those uniforms were looking nice. I think both uniforms were looking nice. But let's get into this week's matchups. We're going to start with the Panthers at the Saints. And the Panthers have really been struggling, but the Saints, they have too. And the Panthers are getting Cam back. So I'd expect a win for Cam and the Panthers. At least I think they're getting Cam back. Anyway, Browns and Titans. I think for this one, I'm going to go ahead and pick the Titans. They're not necessarily bad. I will say this. I think if the Browns are going to get a win this season, it might be against Tennessee. So we'll see how that game goes. But you just can't root for the Browns right now. They're 0-5. It's hard to expect a win out of them. The Eagles at the Redskins. We've got a divisional matchup. And the Eagles coming off of a bad loss to the Lions. I don't expect them to fall to the Redskins. I think the Eagles take this one no problem. Next, Bengals at Patriots. The Bengals are really just falling apart. The Patriots are really just coming together. So as much as I hate to, I'm going to root for the Patriots here, or have to pick the Patriots here. Surprise me, Cincinnati. See what you can do. And then we have Ravens at Giants. This one, it's kind of I think it's going to be a close game because both these teams are kind of equal in my eyes. And for some reason, I just feel like picking the Baltimore Ravens. So let's see what happens there. Then we have the 49ers at the Bills. Chip Kelly continues to not work out, so we're going to go with the Buffalo Bills. They're starting to catch fire here, kind of midseason, not quite midseason. Jaguars at Bears. Not a stellar matchup here. Both teams with only one win. Jacksonville happens to have one win against my Colts. The Bears almost beat my Colts last week. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Jaguars to win this one. I just don't think the Bears have what it takes. I think Jacksonville wants a win more than the Bears right now. We'll just see what happens. Who really cares? Then we have the LA Rams and the Detroit Lions. Another interesting game. The Rams seem to keep beating these good teams. The Lions beat a good team last week. And I think I'm going to make the unpopular choice here and go with the Lions. I do not believe in the Rams whatsoever. Moving on to the Steelers at the Dolphins. Miami is in some serious trouble. I'd almost say the Browns are better than Miami right now. They are horrible, even though their one win is against the Browns. It did come in overtime, and it was when the Browns were on their third-string quarterback. So, got to go with the Steelers. Steelers are always going to be good. This is another interesting one. Chiefs at the Raiders. Really tough to choose here, but I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the Chiefs. I know the Raiders are kind of on a roll, but they've won some close ones, and I think it's about time for them to lose one. I know Andy Reid and the Chiefs want to get something going, so I think they'll get it going. Cowboys at Packers. The Cowboys are looking great this year. The Packers really not as good as they used to be. I'm going to go ahead and go with Dak Prescott, the offensive line, and Ezekiel Elliott with the Cowboys. I think they're going to run all over the Packers, and I don't think the Packers are good enough to come back on them. We'll see what happens, though. And then we have the Atlanta Falcons at the Seattle Seahawks. Falcons been on fire lately. They're looking good, but they looked good in the first 5 games of the season last year, and then we know what happened after that. Seattle, however, you can always depend on them, and they're in Seattle, so I'm picking the Seahawks to win that one. Then we have the Colts at the Texans, and just out of tradition, I never pick against my Colts, so I'm picking the Colts here. I think they might have a chance. Both teams really struggle. Indianapolis struggles defensively. Houston struggles more offensively, and I hope the Colts can pick up a win in Houston. But looking forward to that game. Then we have the Monday game, the New York Jets and the Arizona Cardinals. The Jets looking nowhere near as good as they looked last year. The Cardinals, they kind of fallen a little bit apart, but they're still a good team, and I don't expect them to run away with this game, but I do expect Arizona to win it in a close one on Monday night. So those are the picks, folks. I'll see you next week, and we'll do it again, and hopefully I'll get some more content rolling out. I kind of lost the passion for Madden mobile videos, but maybe I can get back to doing those soon. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.